It's Atlanta with it, following the miss by Kemba Walker. They double him with Stevenson. Here's Horford. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Jefferson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's not very often you can say this about the future is looking pretty bright in Charlotte.
So often the season ends and you're thinking about the issues you've got to deal with, but right now the Hornets headed in a good direction.
The Hornets have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
And for Charlotte, as you said, part of it is feeling good with their direction, but also they should feel good that they actually have a direction after the way the last few years had gone.
Here is Korver. He's got 7. The dish now to T. Out left to the wing. This one for 3. Here's Horford. Can't hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
I'm really looking forward to see how the Lakers fare in that one.
Having a direction, as you mentioned, had been a problem with Charlotte because they seemed to change their minds every year about who they were going to be, and they did it for the last decade or so. Now it seems as though the base is solid, and they've got an idea of how they want to build and who they want to build around, and they've got a group that can grow together.
Here is Korver. Three-point shooting perhaps never more valuable than it is right now in the NBA. Paul Korver, such a great signing for the Hawks.
Yeah, really a good one. I mean, his contract is front-loaded, running through 2017 for around the mid-level exception. And quite honestly, he's worth every penny, not just because of his laser shooting ability, but he's a hard-nosed, tough guy, professional in every way, and he just brings a winning presence to whatever team he's on.
Says he learned a lot of his basketball acumen from his mom, who was a terrific player in Iowa.
No question.
And Korver known for his shooting, but he's a good passer, rebounder, and an underrated defender as well. Takes great pride in being a well-rounded, complete player.
Now here's Teague. He has 6. Korver passes to Horford. Atlanta again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Stevenson kicks to Walker. Charlotte again missing.
And Korver was selected to the 28-player pool for Team USA. And while he might not be a household name to the casual fan, those in the know realize he's one of the best in the business as a professional and as a laser, a dead-eye shooter.
Hornets trail by 6. Right side to Walker. It's Henderson on the wing. Makes it off the glass. Henderson's got 19 points. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Teague dishes to Korver. Back to Teague. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Pass to Millsap. 4 on the shot clock. This one for 3, Kyle Korver, and that's good. Korver's got 11 points.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Here's Henderson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
The Hawks leading by 5. Outside Teague. Dishes to Korver. The feed to Horford. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Al Horford, the Dominican big man, won 2 titles with that great University of Florida team. Actually, back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. You really love his skill level. There's not much he can't do. He gets up and down. He's a terrific passer, and his mid-range jumper is spot on.
Longley's checked in for the Hornets. Horford with the block. Teague kicks to Korver. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And that's the right call, no question about it. It's one thing to play tough D and commit a hard foul, but it's another to risk hurting your opponent with contact like that.
Yeah, very easy to get knocked off balance and take a nasty tumble when you get slammed into like that. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. There's the double team with Walker. Teague with a clean look. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Stevenson drives in. The shot is off. Great D that time from Teague. Atlanta leading by 9. Carroll passes to Corver. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A lot of big things happened for Kyle Korver last year, but the one that sticks out in my mind is that he was able to tie and then break the record of 90 consecutive games with a made three-pointer. Says a lot about him as a player, his work ethic, and his consistency.
Hawks making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Now here's Henderson. 21 points in the game. There's Walker with the 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. 9 points for Kemba Walker. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And for Korver last season, his streak ending in 127 games with a made 3. And it was his most efficient season, Clark, as far as his scoring.
Well, he was over 90% at the line, and he hit from everywhere on the floor. I mean, an absolute laser from behind that three-point line. You look at his shot chart, and it's a big field of green, which is made bucket.
Now, here's Stevenson. 7 points in the game. And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Henderson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Schroeder. Outside Teague. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Millsap. Buries it down low. Millsap's got 15 points.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Stevenson drives in. Here's Henderson. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Walker dishes to Jefferson. Goes back up. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kemba Walker.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, back in college, Kemba Walker led UConn to the 2011 NCAA championship and was the Final Four most outstanding player that season. Nice to see a winner like him back in the playoffs last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Jefferson. Biyombo comes in for Vonleh. And it's Chalmers in for Gerald Henderson.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Biyombo, that's good. And guys, Walker far and away the leading scorer for UConn in their title run. Last season, second on the Cats in scoring after Al Jefferson. Steve, can he be a distributor as well, do you think?
I think so. You know, he's not an elite playmaker, but for this team, he's needed as a scorer. So he has to find that balance. He's certainly capable of making plays for others.
Biyombo with the block. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. And the Hawks lead by 8. 1:09 left in the third. And Walker kicks to Stevenson. Back to Walker. And here's Chalmers for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Hey, I'm anxious to see what ends up happening with that Knicks game. Should be a good one.
Here's Mack. 5 points in the game. Clock at 6. Here's Bazemore, and he goes in for the dunk.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kemba Walker.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Here's Schroeder, and there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Bazemore, defended by Chalmers, outside Carroll, and that is good. Carroll's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
Here's Biyombo. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
Kemba Walker is out there with Chalmers. Then it's Cody Zeller. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Dallenberg in at the center. So that's the Hornets 5. Bazemore misses. Hornets trail by 12. And Zeller kicks to Chalmers. And the layup's good off the glass. Chalmers has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Hornets.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now, here's Scott. Schroeder passes to Brand. And that one's good. And the Hawks lead by 12.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Chalmers dishes to Stevenson. Pass to Walker. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Charlotte making some changes. Al Jefferson's checked in for Dallenberg. And it's Henderson for Mario Chalmers. And then for Atlanta, Al Horford. He's checked in for Brand. Millsap comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Korver in for Kent Bazemore.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, a breakthrough season for Lance Stevenson, the former second-round pick out of Cincinnati. He was an all-star candidate. Did not make it, but was really close. Improved in just about every category as well.
And Lance Stevenson was one of the most improved players in the league last year, certainly worthy of all-star consideration. He upped his rate of scoring, assists, rebounding. He was fantastic as a rebounding guard. At 6'5", 230 pounds, he knows how to use that frame to get to the glass. He's gotten to the line much more recently, shooting a better percentage from the field. He clearly is one of the up-and-coming players in the league.
Hawks making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Can't get it to go. Jefferson with some nice D. Nobody near Stevenson. And the Hornets miss again. And for Stevenson, you look at his career numbers, Steve, he's dramatically improved his field goal and three-point percentages pretty much every season.
Yeah, he just has a great love for the game, Kevin, a flair for the dramatic on the court, but most importantly, the dedication to strive for greatness.
Now Teague, following the three-point attempt by Lance Stevenson. Rejected by Jefferson. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
The Hawks leading by 13. Horford. Millsap has the open look. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Lance Stevenson, the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in New York State. And that's something when you consider, Clark, the great players who came before him.
Yeah, to be at the top of that list says a lot about his high school career. He actually led Lincoln High School to an unprecedented 4 straight city basketball championships. There's a reason his nickname is born ready.
And for Stevenson, despite the high school accolades, questions about eligibility and off-the-court issues caused many colleges not to recruit him. And after one season at Cincinnati, he slid to the second